So I'm walking along the Kennett-in-Avon Canal towpath. It's Monday, Bank Holiday, May the 4th. I've had a really great day. I've been walking for hours, stopped at the pub, had a pint of juice and a home-baked French stick, whatever you call them, French loaf, I don't know. And all of a sudden I feel on a real downer. And unfortunately this is the problem when you have mental health problems. You can have a really great day and then all of a sudden, out of the blue, you get kind of smacked in the face by some kind of invisible fist. When I was sitting at the pub, I was just sort of looking around. I was sitting there on my own, and there's lots of couples, you know, men and women, girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife, and walking along the towpath, lots of couples with their kids walking past me, cycling past me. And it's just kind of put me on a bit of a downer, because I just realised just how much I would love to have a lady in my life to share things with. If you've seen my mental health vlog videos, you'll know that I suffer with anxiety, social anxiety, and I've also been diagnosed in October last year with a dissociative disorder, which kind of makes it difficult for me sometimes to connect with my feelings, and makes it almost impossible to connect with other people in social situations. Yeah, I'm just kind of really annoyed because I've been having a really great day. Now I kind of feel like I'm at the bottom. You know, the problem with my mental health thing is the idea of sort of going into a bar. The wind's just picked up, so I apologise if you can't hear this very well, but the idea of going into a bar or a coffee shop or any social situation and seeing a lady that I would like to talk to and say hello to. The idea of approaching a lady and just saying, hi, can I buy you a drink? Can I, you know, whatever, is kind of, it's just impossible for me. I can't do it. So it's led me to really not have relationships with women in my life, and you know, just being out today and seeing all these couples, being out today and being surrounded by all these couples and families and men and women enjoying each other's company, and I was sitting in the pub. There's probably about 50 people around me, and I'm sitting there on my own. You know, it's kind of brought me down. I mean, despite all of my problems, I realise I do sort of try and remain positive, because despite my problems, you know, I've just moved into a place, a property, the kind of place that I've always wanted, small 1-bedroom place. It's a perfect minimalist sort of palace. You may have seen the video that I made a few days ago. If not, check it out, it's on my channel. I ride my bike, I eat vegan, high carb, low fat, Starch solution. I've got energy, I've got, you know, I've got a family, mum, dad, sister, cousins, aunties, uncles that love me and care about me. So, you know, I don't like to complain about things. I don't like to be, oh no, I've got a mental illness and I can't do things. But, you know, every now and again, just like today, is a sort of cloud. It's like a cloud of loneliness comes down and it's kind of wrecks your day, you know. I'd love to be able to find a lady who's a vegan, obviously. When I became a vegan, it wouldn't... When I first became a vegan, I didn't think it would bother me if I sort of met somebody who was a carnivore, but I'm finding it more and more as I become, you know, as I'm a vegan for longer, I find it harder and harder to imagine sort of sitting down with a lady to dinner or something and her tucking into a piece of meat, because I just find it such a vile sort of thing now, you know. So I'd love to have a lady who was a vegan, who shared my ideas of sort of the idea that possessions aren't the thing that makes you happy, you know. I'd love to, you know, like today, I'm walking along this beautiful canal towpath, sun's in the sky, the birds are singing, you know, it's a beautiful day. I'd love to have a lady that I could walk along the towpath with here, and maybe we could ride our bikes along the towpath, we could stop at the pub, you know. It would be really wonderful to have that kind of company. But as I said, because of my situation, it's just, you know, it's pretty much impossible for me to meet people. Particularly, I mean, it's difficult enough for me to talk to sort of family sometimes and friends in social situations. I can imagine if I met a lady somewhere that I was attracted to, because, you know, people always say that it's not looks that count, but obviously looks are the very, very first thing that you notice. So if I met a lady that I was attracted to, I can imagine that you know, my anxiety levels would go through the roof, and I probably wouldn't, well, I know that I wouldn't be able to sort of string two words together, you know. And let's face it, how many women want to be in a relationship or even go on a first date with a man who can't talk to them? So yeah, it's loneliness is a really horrible thing, because I'm actually somebody who's very, very comfortable with my own company. I actually enjoy my own company. I like spending time on my own. Because when you're on your own, you can do exactly what you want when you want to do it, and I like that. But in situations like today, where I'm just strolling along the canal, you know, surrounded by couples and families, it just makes you realise what you're missing. And I have a horrible feeling that this is probably going to be the situation for the rest of my life. I can't imagine a time in any point in my future where I could actually have a loving relationship with a woman. Because where on earth do you go to meet women who want to talk to men who can't talk to them and who can't socialise, you know? So yeah, that's what I've been thinking about, and it's really shitty because I've had a really great day. I woke up this morning at 6 o'clock and kind of leapt out of bed full of energy and looking forward to the day. And that loneliness, sometimes loneliness is so painful. It's like somebody's stuck a red hot knife into your heart, you know. It kind of really rips into you, you know. Sometimes I just sort of, you know, I wonder how I could ever have a relationship with someone. I was hoping that when I was assessed at the hospital last October that by now we would be getting somewhere with some treatment, or at least a proper diagnosis, but I've heard nothing back from the doctors despite contacting them, so I just have to kind of wait. I'm hoping that when I do receive treatment for my problems, maybe, just maybe, the treatment will help me be able to communicate with people. Maybe I might just get lucky and find a lady who can put up with my weirdness. But also, you know, the thing that kind of upsets me and the thing that angers me is that, and I may be sounding a little bit arrogant here, but I don't mean to, is that I know that I'm a very good man. I know that I'm very kind, I'm very generous. I don't have any arrogance or any conceit. I don't really have an ego as such. Some people will argue that everyone has an ego, probably true, but not an arrogant ego. And I know that if I had a girlfriend, if I had a wife, if I had a lady to have a relationship with, I know that I'd be a really, really good partner for that lady, because I would really kind of take good care of her and sort of cherish her, because I know what it's like to have nobody, and I know what it's like to want someone. And if I had a lady in my life, you know, I know that I'd be a very, very good man to her, and I know that I would do everything I could, you know, every day to make her happy and make her smile, make her laugh, make her feel like she's the best woman on the planet, you know. So that makes me quite angry and quite sad that I feel like that about myself, and I know that if I could overcome these communication issues, they're pretty big issues, you know. If you can't talk to people, it's very tricky, but if I could overcome them communication issues, I know that I would make a really, really good boyfriend or partner for a lady. And I know that I would do everything to make her happy. But still, that's the situation. I've got a little bit way to walk home now, so hopefully I'm going to cheer up a little bit. Anyway, thank you for watching. I realise that this is a bit of a moan, and maybe there's a little bit of self-pity in me today, so I apologise for that. I don't like self-pity I don't like it when I feel self-pity, but sometimes you just can't help it. You know, you look around at people who are happy together, and you look to your side and there's nobody by your side, and it's hard, it's difficult. So thank you for watching, everybody. I'm sorry if this video has put you on any kind of a downer or upset you or anything. I apologise for that. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all again very, very soon.